Let us talk about money making matters. If you like, be one of our subscriber by doing subscribe to our channel. ATM machine, digitalizing cash transactions. An electronic device used for financial transactions is known as an automated teller machine or an ATM machine. As the name suggests, it is an automated banking platform that does not need a human teller or a banking agent. John Adrian Shepard Barron, Du Duke Kwong and Donald Wetzel invented the first ATM. It is becoming an increasingly common banking option for checking account balances, depositing checks, and withdrawing cash. Let's enter the PIN and proceed with the blog covering the ATM machine and its types, functions, advantages, and devices, while also talking about the first ATM machine. What is an automated teller machine? The full form of ATM machine is automated teller machine and is set up by various banks and other financial institutions to make daily banking activities easy. An ATM machine is a self-service outlet that allows customers to manage cash and account by inserting their card. Customers can withdraw, deposit or transfer money, see their mini statement, check their balance, update or change their personal identification number, PIN, etc. The first few transactions of the month are free, after which the bank charges a nominal fee on each transaction. The ATM machine can be better defined as an electronic outlet of a bank that allows a bank to conveniently carry out basic transactions, even in the absence of a bank representative. This machine promises convenience and accessibility. Types of ATMs. A customer must understand the types of ATMs before visiting one. This knowledge might save them both the time and the cost of traveling to the nearest ATM. An ATM machine is basically of two types. Basic ATM machine. A basic machine allows the user to only carry on with services like withdrawing cash and receiving receipts with their most recent account balance. A customer can simply swipe their card in the ATM swipe machine to gain a few useful information. Advanced ATM machine. Advanced units are more complex and enable operations such as cash deposits, one-line credit payment facilitation, and account information access. A user needs to have an account with the bank that runs the ATM in order to take advantage of all the services an advanced ATM unit offers. ATM labels. The ATM deposit machine can be categorized into a few labels. These labels distinguish the different uses of an ATM. Green label ATMs are used for agricultural purposes. Yellow label ATMs are used for e-commerce transactions. Orange label ATMs are used for share transactions. Pink label ATMs are designed for females to help them eliminate the long queues and waiting time. As introduced by the Tata Group, white label ATMs are owned by non-bank entities, not a particular bank. Brown label banks are operated by a third party other than a bank. Advantages of ATMs. The users of an ATM machine indulge in the savory benefits mentioned below. Convenience. ATMs are installed to provide their customers with the convenience of making financial transactions at a convenient location. The owner of a bank account has the freedom to choose when and where to use a variety of financial services, even outside of regular banking hours. ATMs are now present at all significant locations, making it easier for clients to withdraw or deposit money as needed. This also eliminates the requirement of traveling to the nearest bank branch. 24/7 service. There is no set operating schedule for ATMs, they are accessible by the users as and when the need arises. Customers, therefore, always have 24/7 access to their bank accounts and can avail of an ATM machine service whenever it is convenient for them or in case of an emergency. Takes the edge off the bank. Customers can access some banking services through ATMs, saving time by avoiding the need to visit the bank. The burden at banks has significantly decreased as a result of people using ATMs to access financial services without going into a bank. Customers are not required to visit the bank for services like cash withdrawals, deposits, or balance inquiries. As a result, ATMs have become a useful tool for easing the workload on banks and enhancing operational flexibility. Accessibility. Customers can use ATMs to access their accounts anywhere in the nation or abroad. Many significant locations have ATMs installed, so individuals can use them while traveling. Customers can effortlessly withdraw money without carrying a lot of cash. Savior in crisis. In emergency situations, ATMs are crucial. The benefit of ATMs is that they continue to function even when banks close as a result of natural catastrophes, medical emergencies, or economic downturns. In the past, periods of crisis have seen a rise in demand for hard currency. This urgency tugs at a customer's sense of safety to hold their money in their hands. Automated teller machines are essential in both uncertain and regular times, as evidenced by the fact that they can be relied upon in an emergency. Functions of ATM. The ATM machines were set up to allow their customers to carry forward with the following functions other than simply depositing or withdrawing cash. Open fixed deposit. You can use an ATM machine to open a fixed deposit with your bank. On the ATM's menu, pick Open Fixed Deposit, then enter the required information and choose the term and amount. Mobile recharge. Most cell phone providers' prepaid services allow for ATM recharge. A customer must choose the mobile recharge option and enter their mobile number, confirm it, and then enter the amount of the recharge. The same method can be used to recharge friends and family members' mobile phones. Income tax payment. Some banks make it simple to pay income taxes using ATMs. This comprises tax paid in advance, tax assessed on one's own behalf, and tax owed following routine assessment. To avail of this service, a customer must first register the same on the bank's website or in a branch. An exclusive number will be generated by the ATM once the money has been taken out of your account. After 24 hours, you can use the CIN to access the bank website and print the HALN, an official form or document. Other functions. An ATM deposit machine can be utilized to deposit cash up to certain amount transaction. The machine accepts cash denominations of certain amount too. If a customer cannot access net banking, they can use an ATM machine to transfer money from one bank account to another. The beneficiary account must be registered either online or at a bank branch. There is no cap on the number of transfers allowed each day to the recipient account. However, the amount allowed are different according to countries. Apply for personal loans. Withdraw cash. Book railway tickets. Update or change PIN. Get account summary. Check balance. ATM's input devices. A customer must understand the basic devices used in assembling an ATM machine. Where each ATM can be developed differently, the basic elements remain the same. The input devices included in ATMs are explained below. Card reader. There is a slot for the debit or ATM card to be inserted in every automated teller machine. The account information is often stored on the ATM card's magnetic strip on the back and occasionally on a chip on the front. These specifics are recognized by the card reader, who then sends them to the user server. Keypad. The keypad on every ATM allows a customer to enter numbers, clear them, and cancel transactions. It allows you to input both the PIN and the withdrawal amount. These keypads can be virtual keypads on the touch screen or actual buttons on the ATM. ATM's output devices. The devices that assist a user by displaying their desired results are explained below. Display panel. Every ATM has a display panel, typically an LCD or CRT, that shows transaction details, such as how to complete the transaction or the balance remaining after a withdrawal. As a result, it serves as a manual for carrying out a transaction. It offers alternatives for quick cash withdrawals, PIN changing, balance checks, etc. Cash dispenser. Bank employees safely load cash into the ATM. A customer can retrieve cash from a cash dispenser once they withdraw a particular amount from the ATM. Receipt printer. The ATM's receipt printer logs the kind of transaction, the amount withdrawn, and the remaining balance after a transaction is complete. In the course of a transaction, ATMs typically ask users if they want a receipt or not. Consequently, they obtain the receipt from the receipt printer upon request. Speaker. Most ATMs have a speaker that plays audio instructions on how to use the device and conduct transactions. As a result, it also makes it possible for users to conduct transactions easily, even if they are not well versed with the machine. How to use an ATM. A customer needs a bank account and an ATM card linked to that account in order to use the ATM service. Banks typically issue debit cards that can be used for card swipe payments as well as ATM withdrawals and internet payment gateways. The ATM swipe machine makes it possible for a user to swipe their card. Using ATMs abroad. Travelers may easily access their current or savings accounts practically anywhere in the world, thanks to ATMs. You may use an ATM card in a foreign nation if your card association is Visa, MasterCard, or Plus. Depending on the exchange rate on that particular day, the amount debited will be in different currency, and there can be a foreign transaction fee. However, the bank of the account holder may levy a transaction fee or a percentage of the swapped value. It is difficult to keep track of spending because the currency rate is typically not listed on the receipt from ATMs. How much can you withdraw from an automated teller machine, ATM? There are no set business hours for the ATM. It was designed to do so continuously throughout the year, and using this option enables you to do just that. When dispensing cash to individuals, ATMs must conform to certain restrictions. These restrictions only apply to banks and the various types of accounts they provide. For instance, one bank might have a daily maximum cash withdrawal restriction of certain amount of money for its most basic account type, while another bank might have a daily maximum limit of different amount for its basic account. Again, the type of account will determine how much a customer can withdraw from the ATM. How do you make a deposit at an ATM? The customer must adhere to the following steps to make a deposit at an ATM. Visit the nearest ATM. Insert your debit card and enter the correct PIN to gain access to the registered account. Opt for the deposit option after choosing the type of account. Enter the amount to be deposited. Safely place the bills in the cash dispenser slot. The machine will count the amount and display the same on the screen. If the amount displayed is correct, click on the Continue option. The ATM machine will follow the instruction and print a receipt upon a successful deposit. The bottom line. It is clear that ATMs have increased people's accessibility and convenience. Having cash on hand at times of dire need is beneficial. It is especially helpful when banks are closed or when you are not at the location of the bank branch where you have an account. Because you are not dependent on them, you may withdraw money at any time, including on holidays and after business hours. An automated teller machine, ATM, is a specialized computer that allows you to complete bank transactions without the need to see a bank representative. Many ATMs are conveniently accessible any time of day or night and can be used for everything from withdrawing or depositing money to checking your account balance to transferring money between accounts. Here we'll delve deeper into what an ATM is, common transactions performed at ATMs and important things to know before using them. What is an ATM? ATMs are machines that dispense cash and allow you to make other banking transactions. An ATM typically consists of a screen, a card reader, a keypad, a cash dispenser and a printer. ATMs can be found in many locations throughout the US and the world. On-premise ATMs are located at financial institutions such as banks and credit unions, while off-premise ones are commonly offered at places like airports, grocery stores, and gas stations. Using an ATM simply involves inserting your bank-issued ATM card, entering your PIN and following the prompts on the screen to complete your desired transaction. Examples of ATM transactions. Various common banking transactions that are often carried out at an ATM include withdrawing cash. The most common ATM transaction is the withdrawal of funds from one's account. Banks typically impose limits on the maximum amount that can be taken out each day. This amount can vary from bank to bank, as well as among different accounts offered by a single bank. Depositing money. Account holders can often use an ATM to deposit cash or checks. When making this type of transaction, you'll be asked to insert the funds into a slot in the machine. When money is deposited in the form of a check, the bank sometimes might not provide you with access to the funds until the check has cleared. Transferring funds. You may be able to use an ATM to transfer money between accounts you hold with your bank. For instance, if you wish to transfer $200 from your savings account to your checking account, this can often be done by selecting the transfer option at the ATM. Like balance inquiries, transferring funds between accounts is also something you can accomplish using your bank's mobile app or website. Balance inquiries. You can also visit an ATM to view your current account balance. This feature may come in handy if you wish to know how much you're able to spend when using your debit card or writing a check. Alternatively, your account balance is something you can view by logging onto your bank's mobile app or website. Knowing your balance can help you keep from overspending or overdrawing your account. Access to transaction history. While viewing your monthly account statement is not an option at ATMs, some banks allow customers to use the ATM to see a small list of their recent transactions. What to watch out for with ATMs. ATM fees. Using an ATM that's not owned by your bank, or one that's not in your bank's network, may result in fees imposed by both your bank and the bank that owns the ATM. The combined average fee is currently $4.66, which is at a 3-year high, according to Bankrate's 2022 checking account and ATM fee study. Ways to avoid ATM fees include only using ATMs in your bank's network and requesting cash back when you make purchases at a grocery store or other retailer. ATM withdrawal limits. As we've mentioned, banks impose limits on the amount of funds you can withdraw at an ATM each day. This can help curb fraud in the event someone has possession of your ATM card and knows your PIN. What's more, limiting the amount per withdrawal allows the bank to manage cash movement, since each ATM only holds a limited amount of money. Location and safety. Ways to avoid becoming a victim of crime when using an ATM include using machines that are located in well-lit public places. Use your hand or body as a shield when entering your PIN to prevent others from seeing you type it. Once you receive your cash, instead of counting it at the ATM, wait until you're in a more private location such as your car to do so. Bottom line. ATMs often conveniently provide access to cash on a 24/7 basis, without the need to see a teller or other bank representative. They also commonly offer the ability to deposit funds, check your balance and transfer money between accounts. ATMs make your cash more accessible and are quick and easy to use, once you're aware of things like withdrawal limits and ways to avoid paying fees for using ATMs. Thank you for watching this video. You can watch other videos from our channel.